What is up, guys? Bachman's Garage back at you again with another video. Today I decided to come down to my old property and do some work on what I consider my track. The only reason I say it's a track is because the wooded section of it is too small to be classified as trails, in my opinion. So this is the main front yard of the property. You can see there's a little berm over there. From here it looks small, but it's about 1.5 feet tall. We just kind of did that from riding over it with the quads a bunch of times. After that berm, you come over here in between the two telephone poles, which, yeah, it's a little sketchy, but this is just kind of backyard track. It'd be perfect size for a pit bike race, honestly. You come up here and you hit this line. This kicks you pretty good, and you land out about here, about give or take 15 to 20 feet. So then you make this corner here, you come around the flat part of the field, and you can hit this jump here to go back up and make the loop. Sorry, a fly landed on my hand. I just built this last year. It was all this red dirt, and today I just put about 25 5-gallon buckets of river clay that I've been stashing for years. So you can see it'll kick you pretty good, and this is an upward hill. So you can see where we would land before, and it's about 20 feet, give or take, maybe 15. So there's about a foot extra lip on this now to what it was. So if we landed out there before, this is going to give us more height, but I'm hoping it'll still kick us and give us more distance. I need to trim some branches off of this tree and off of those bushes up there, and then this will be done. But I'm going to let this sit for a couple weeks. Hopefully it'll pack down real nice and firm. This is the entrance to, I guess you would consider it the track or trails, whatever you want to call it. Come down the hill, and I'm sorry, but the camera doesn't do its justice, and I'm sorry if I'm shaking a lot. But this hill is pretty steep. I'd say it's about a 30-degree decline. You go out and around this way where the cone is diverting you, and you can see the trail that goes around those trees. The only reason I have this here is because there's a small trail that loops around, and this is kind of what we race the pit bikes around. The reason the tire and the cone is here, so that way people can't cut through and, you know, make up some time. So you have to go around the cone. It just makes it a little slower, a little more fun, because if you get too fast down through here, you can really hurt somebody. There's a lot of trees. There's a couple roots laying up out of the ground. You can't really see. So this is my favorite part of the property. Come down around this corner, and you hit this berm. You can go pretty quick around here. That cone is the marker, along with that cone over there, for the hill climb races. If you'd like to line up with your buddy and race up the hill climb, this is the big hill climb. That's the small one. I'll show you that one then. But this big one is roughly 120 to 130 feet. This right here, you can't really see it, but this will kick you, and you land roughly past this cone here, right in this little pocket here. I didn't get to rake all this yet, but then if you get going pretty good, you hit this little jump in the center of it. It looks pretty small, but the way you hit it, it kicks you pretty good. I just shoveled this lip and got rid of the high side right there. Again, the camera does not do its justice, but that's about 2 foot down in there. So this lip pushes you pretty good. And if you hit this right on like a 252 stroke, 450, 254 stroke, whatever, anything with a good amount of power, you can land pretty much at the exit of the hill climb, which we've measured is 35 feet from the lip. So you land up here. Again, does not look like 35 feet, looks a lot shorter than that, but I assure you it is. And then you can come out here and either line up and hit that jump again, or you can loop around and go back down through the trails. This is the more technical hill climb. It's got a couple trees at the bottom there, and if you can see the propane tank down there, it diverts you from going in between those two trees and puts you in between those three, or you have to go out and around them. so it makes it a little more technical, a little more fun. And yeah, there used to be a tree kind of in the middle. It was a little bit too tricky to get around on the four-wheelers. So, but when you come up this hill, it kind of diverts you right into this tree. So it makes the exit kind of on a corner, and it makes it pretty fun. So yeah, that's basically it. Every now and then in the front yard we practice hole shots because it's the flattest area, and you can kind of practice with that berm in the front yard. So that was my quick little tour of what I like to consider my track. This is just some random stuff that we put together. This was my old property that we used to live at. I think I showed it in an old video, but yeah, we still own a little bit of the property down here, so we have to maintain it and cut all this grass. So I figured, why not ride here while we can? I guess eventually we are planning on selling it, but long story short, that's the track. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully we can get some footage of us riding here, maybe a couple hill climbs, launch the blaster and the 250 out of there. So I have fun down here. It's not by any means a professional track. It's literally all handmade. There's no equipment used on this. I might bring the Kubota down to make it a little better, but overall I'm happy with it the way it is. I put a lot of work in this place. So thanks guys, hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.